There are financial mistakes that people make in their 30s, 40s, and 50s that essentially blow up their financial security. And I know this because for the past 16 years, I've been helping people in their 60s plan for and achieve their ideal retirement. But the surprising thing is that these big mistakes that caused financial problems stem from the habits that they created in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. And one of the mistakes is actually believing that this image represents your life plan. So in this video, I'm going to share the 5 common bad money habits that people make during that time and then what you should do instead so that you can move closer to financial freedom and master your money. The interesting thing is that many of these are habits that we learn from financial gurus or even our parents, and they're sort of ingrained in us as we grow up. Habit 4 is something that I just learned 2 years ago. And once I broke it and started applying it, I saw immediate results that day. And by the way, if I haven't met you yet, I'm Dave Zoller. I'm owner of a financial planning firm and a tax firm that's helped hundreds of people retire successfully. So on to the first habit. It's probably one that you won't hear from any other CFP professional, and that is the bad habit of saving and investing only for retirement. That's 10 to 20 to 30 years in the future. You might be like, well, how is that a bad idea? Well, here's what I've seen. For people who are under 50, they're saving for a date that's far off in the future, essentially their future self. Here's our future self. And they're choosing to sacrifice enjoying money now for time in the future. And that's one of the reasons why so many people actually get to retirement with not enough saved, because it's hard to prioritize our future self that's 20 to 30 years away. Because I know exactly what present self wants and what we want to spend money on, but it's harder to imagine what my 60-year-old self is going to be like and what they want to spend money on or what he wants to spend money on. The good news is that we don't have to choose one or the other. We can actually do both. And here's a different way that some of the smartest people think about saving and investing. Let's say that you're saving for a retirement age of 60 here. And the question is, if you could move up that date, that retirement date, to something sooner, would you do it? I'm guessing, yes, you would. You could still work and you can help people at age 50, but you'd know that you didn't have to work for a paycheck. And if we want to accomplish that, then we need to start saving not only for retirement, but for financial independence. So the habit or the thinking that we want to break is that we're not just saving for retirement. That's far off in the future. We're saving for financial independence as soon as we can get it. Yes, we've got a 401k account and we've got a Roth IRA and we've got things that we're going to be saving for in the future. And that's getting a monthly contribution, hopefully from our paycheck. And that becomes available at age 59 and a half. But we also need a more flexible financial freedom fund, which is usually not a retirement account that has restrictions, age restrictions on when we can use it. It might be more like a brokerage account that has no age restriction or penalties to take the money out. But just because we can take the money out doesn't mean that we'll want to. We really need to treat this like another untouchable account that's going to grow and build and accumulate for us. So I'll share a 4-step framework to take it now, and then I'll get to the next habit that's over 100 years old. So here's the steps, the 4 steps to take. This is at just a high level, but step 1 is something you're probably already doing, and that's every month you've got money automatically going into your 401k or your Roth IRA. Step 2, if you don't have it already set up, is your emergency fund. So that's 3 to 6 to maybe 12 months of expenses set aside in that emergency fund. And if you don't have this one yet, then you'll just be doing monthly amounts, building this up over time until you get to the right number. Then once you have the emergency fund set, then those automatic contributions can start going to your financial freedom fund. That's step 3. And this could be a regular brokerage account with investments, like it could be held at Vanguard or Fidelity or wherever you want to hold it. And the amount that you start putting in, it can be small, but the important thing is to just start funding this. The frame of mind is, I'm not saving for retirement only. That's 20 years away. I'm saving for financial independence as soon as I can get there. And then step 4 is an important one because you and me both, we know we don't want to live just like monks so that we can save for financial freedom and then save for retirement and not enjoy the money that we've made. We also want to enjoy life. So this step, this is to have an automatic amount go into your guilt-free spending account each month. And this can be used for anything you want. It could be vacations or toys that you want to buy or watches or whatever you enjoy. And if we can set something up like this now, we'll actually be eliminating bad habit number 2. But before I get to that, let me know if this is helpful, thinking about your future self and your present self by clicking the like button or leaving a comment below. Now, bad habit number 2, that comes from a wealth principle that's been taught over the last 100 years. And the book is called The Richest Man in Babylon. And the main character learns that the most important rule of wealth building is to pay yourself first. We already shifted our mindset and learned how to make it easier to pay ourselves first using the future self and present self. But even knowing this, it's common for people to get money in their bank account and then right away they'll pay their mortgage or their rent and their utilities and everything else first. And then they save whatever is left over. But the wealthy people that I know and that I work with, they flip this around. The moment that money comes in, they pay themselves first before anybody else gets a dime. And they treat saving and investing like their most important bill. Now, you might think, well, if I pay myself first, I won't have enough money to pay the rest of my bills. That's why we can start with just small amounts each month to pay yourself first. And what you'll find is this law called Parkinson's law is going to be applied to our money. Now, that law, it actually states that work expands to fill the allotted time available. And the same thing happens with our money. Spending expands to fill whatever money is left after you pay yourself first. And that explains why people who pay themselves first, they actually don't struggle more to pay their bills. They just become more intentional with what's remaining. So the action step here is set up the automatic transfer for the day after your paycheck hits. And that money goes straight into either the emergency fund if you don't have it, or the financial freedom fund that you created, or it can go, part of that can go into the guilt-free spending account. So treat it like a bill that you just can't skip, because here's the truth. If you don't pay yourself first, no one else will. Personally, I've set up my own system on how to automate my money every month so that it doesn't take much thought and it just happens automatically. And if you want me to go deeper into how I set this up for myself, let me know in the comments below by typing automate. The third bad habit is getting comfortable with bad debt. Debt's become so easy and really normal now. People don't even think twice about it. It seems like even the smallest purchase I make online, there's an option to offer payment plans. Now, I'm not talking about paying your mortgage. I'm just talking about consumer debt. Credit card companies are counting on us to carry a balance so that they can charge almost criminal interest rates. Most of them are over 20%. So here's the rule. If I can't afford to pay cash for it now, then I can't afford it. It's okay to use credit cards, but just be sure that you're paying it off at the end of every month. Because if you're paying a 22% interest rate on debt or fee on debt, it doesn't matter how good you are at investing, you're really just fighting an uphill battle. The wealthy people that I know, they treat debt like fire. It's useful in the right context, but it's dangerous if it gets out of control. The next bad habit is something that I did for years and years. And then I learned a simple concept that it gave me immediate results that day that I started practicing it. And the habit is spending without much thought. Because think of all the things that we buy throughout the week or throughout the day. For most of us, we go through the week, we're swiping our credit card or clicking the button to buy something on Amazon with almost zero thought. The goal here is to become better with money. But in order to become better with money, then we need to become more mindful with it. So here's the recommendation. This comes from a Japanese billionaire. His name is Wahei Takada. And he's often called the Warren Buffett of Japan. And it's a concept that he called arigato money or thank you money. And it really takes no effort and it just takes 3 seconds. So here's how to use it. So the next time that you go buy something small, a coffee at Starbucks or wherever, take 3 seconds as you buy it in your mind to just say thank you and express gratitude that you've got the money, that you're actually able to spend it. Now, this might sound kind of woo-woo, but it's just easy to try. So the next time you spend, say thank you to yourself or thank you to God. And then the next paycheck that you get, do the same thing. Appreciate the money coming in. So the goal here is to be grateful for money going out because you have it, and then grateful for money coming in when you receive it. It's a simple habit that will actually motivate you to follow through on these other habits and eliminate these bad habits that we're talking about in this video. The next bad habit is spending money only on yourself. Now, you might be thinking, well, isn't that the whole purpose of building wealth is so I can use it? Here's what I discovered after working with hundreds of financially successful people. The wealthiest ones, they don't just focus on accumulating money. They focus on circulating it. So they have this abundance mindset instead of a scarcity mindset. And one of the fastest ways to get this abundance mindset is to give money away. And I know that sounds counterintuitive when you're trying to build wealth, but here's what happens when you give. First, you're training your brain to believe that you have more than enough. You can't give away what you don't have. Second, you're creating a positive impact in the world. And studies show that giving money away actually makes people happier than spending it all on themselves. But here's the part that most people miss. Giving actually benefits you financially, because when you operate from abundance instead of scarcity, you make better money decisions. You take calculated risks and you invest in yourself, and you think bigger too. Scarcity thinking keeps you small, and then abundance thinking helps you grow. Another easy way to give is to just by sharing your experiences or ideas with others. So if you've beat any of these habits in your own life, or there's something that I didn't mention that's helped you, share it in the comments below. That's a way to express abundance mindset here. It just might help someone else on their journey. And next week, I'm going to show you another video on how to master your money. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss that one. And then if you like this, click the like button so that I know, and then I'll see you in the next one.